Right. Word on the ground tonight is that a certain 1% businessman has offered rewards, commissions, inducements, I don't know, to anyone who would do videos attacking the government and attacking Kamala or any of us that is deemed to be high-value targets to the 1% political arm, the PNM. Because they know that their chances of ever getting back into government is very slim without pushing down the government. And they're trying very hard. And this is one of the ways they're trying to influence public opinion against the government and against Kamala Prasad, and they're going to fail. Because all the little internal country turmoils, the grass and the CPEP and the European, that nonsense will go away when we get a budget. And we get a budget shortly. Country have no money now. What the PNM did for the elections, loot all the ministries. You all know that now and you've seen it, and you'll get plenty more information. The parliament reopens, and when the DPP gets the files that he should be getting any day now, that is not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is to say that those people who are attracted to this notion of getting paid to play are bringing everybody out of the woodwork. And that could be the only thing, I believe, that's encouraging people like Ola. I mean, Ola's a fella I had some respect for. But I had to go at Ola tonight. Ola put out a video talking about a decapitative strike. And he explains to PNM supporters what a decapitative strike is, because Ola believes, one, PNM supporters don't have internet, and two, PNM supporters don't know how to use Google. So he has to explain to them what a decapitative strike is. And then he goes on to talk absolute foolishness, to say that because Trinidad has sided with the United States of America, that Venezuela might think, well, might as well launch a decapitative strike against Trinidad and Tobago. Now, that's a total misuse of the term decapitative strike. And if you Google it, you'll find that it's a military strategy that is aimed at cutting off the command of an army. Now, Venezuela is not warring with Trinidad. Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana and other countries in the region, according to the Monroe Doctrine, are under the protection of the United States of America. So that if Venezuela or any proxy government uses Venezuela to attack a innocent country, a non-combatant like Trinidad and Tobago, they will be in for a very harsh response, not just from the United States of America, because Trinidad has allies all over the world, and Venezuela would be in for a world of hurt economically and militarily if they were to, out of the blue, attack a non-combatant country, especially one that has 1% of the population of the attacking country. So Ola, and he's leading PNM supporters astray, because a lot of them, even though they have internet and they have Google, they can't spell, and decapitative is a long word. So they can't really verify if Ola talking stupidness. I want to tell them, because they know all they're going to find this video, because this video going to go viral. They'll come in all their yard, and your neighbor will say, boy, look the man talking about all you, and they're going to want to come on social media, find my pages to beat up yourself and throw your frame for yourself. A decapitative strike would require Venezuela to attack Washington, which I don't need to say to you, would wipe them off the map. That Maduro and Caballo would find themselves sitting next to people like Noriega and Saddam Hussein and others. And that's not my fight. What's going on between America and Venezuela in the Caribbean Sea is to stop a drug trade, a narco-trafficking that has ruined Trinidad and Tobago for 45 years. And we are happy to have it ended. Our Prime Minister said, if Venezuela attacks Guyana unprovoked, that the United States of America is free to use Trinidad and Tobago as a support ally in response. Because Guyana is part of CARICOM. And CARICOM is supposed to stand together. I do not know what Mia and Ralph and the others are doing right now. How is it taking so long for them to draft that very strongly worded response to the Justice Minister of Venezuela publicly disrespecting and ridiculing our Prime Minister? Because Mia Motley and Ralph Gonzalez and others must know that if this becomes par for the course, that if foreign ministers can attack prime ministers of countries unprovoked, well then they will open themselves for a world of hurt. And if CARICOM is to have any value beyond talk, then they need to stand with Kamala. So CARICOM needs to put out a document condemning the Venezuelan government, especially its Minister of Peace and Justice, for violating our zone of peace with disrespect. But the people like Ola and the rest of the influencers looking to break off a piece of that money that all they hear Rhoda Barrett get, I want to tell you something. After the budget, we're going to be in a time in Trinidad called smooth sailing. You see, Kamala Persad-Bissessar has assembled an army of very qualified, committed patriots who want to fix this country. And most of the ministers are the best in the country in their field. It's not like throwaway like Randall Mitchell and Fitzgerald Hines and Faris Al-Mumu and Foster Runway, wherever he running. And that whole crew, Gatsby Dolly. I mean, the woman, every time she opened her mouth, I don't know if I'm the only one who thought, why don't you close it? There's been nothing out of the last administration that sounded like they had a plan or even a clue. But this government does. And in 4 short months, without hiring any external former commissioners, former ministers of anything, this government, her army, her ministers has pulled crime low, has shut down the gangs, has shut down the drug trade in alliance with the United States of America. The price of drugs in Trinidad and Tobago is so high right now. People go in RBC and Scotiabank trying to get a drug loan. Maybe Island Finance, they are opportunists, they might jump in this. But I'm saying to you, do not, to those of you hearing me, do not take on poorly paid influencers who are only there to advocate for the people who benefited from all the wrongdoing that ruined this country. Trinidad is trying to get itself to a place where we will be a first world developed country. And that will work for all of us, because everybody will get hope and everybody will get opportunity, jobs, homes, proper education, proper schools, no crime, come on, proper health care, no crime, affordable food, entrepreneurial support, banks that working for you, stop the money warehousing and start putting credit back into the economy, sharing the forex equally and equitably, so not only the hairy backs could bring in all the curtain and towel, but everybody else could go online and order for themselves. And I'm saying to you, that's what you want. So when you hear these wannabe influencers trying to influence you, judge them by their record, judge them by who they represent, and judge them by what they're saying. And if all 3 of those things not in your best interest or in your favor, don't even comment, don't even like it, don't even share. It doesn't help you. And to the people who find nonsense that people put out and share it to say, look at this nonsense, you're actually helping them. Don't share it. We don't need to look at the nonsense. Let them fade away and blow away like chaff in the wind. Yeah? The UNC Coalition of Interest government is fixing every part of Trinidad and Tobago that has been done wrong by the previous maladministration. We're in a good place and we're getting better. Do not take them on with their nonsense. And you who have internet and Google, double check before you let anybody else lead you astray. Okay? Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.